Off we go on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
They'll look to throw. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Motion man, set right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Short pass, taken in by the tight end. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Off play action, he'll set up to throw. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
It's a loss of 1.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And this is going to set him up with 1st and goal. Mark him out of bounds at the 4. They'll look to throw again. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Desperados. That his 1st touchdown of the new year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
It's fair to say this season hasn't gotten off to the type of start they likely envisioned for themselves, but it's still early. A win here, it could go a long way towards changing the trajectory of this entire season. But what's going to make this even more difficult today, not only the worthy opponent that they face, but having to go on the road and do it here in a hostile environment. If he is able to lead his team to a win today, I think that gives them the spark to turn this season around.
Receiver in motion. Going right. Back to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 11 yards on the pass there. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. Back to the air one more time.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball. And
he bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They send the tight end in motion. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot down the field. Diamador Lenore there defensively to break that one up. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
He finds his tight end, Bellinger. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Minnesota.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. 1 quarter in the books. It's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Catch made. That's Woods. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
A pickup of 15 in the air. It'll be a Vikings first down. A run out of the gun with Achane. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They send a receiver in motion left. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any sign.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Vikings offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Into the secondary at the 45. 20. 15. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Desperados offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. That is hot down the field. It's worthy. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Quick throw, taken in. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. To the ground, a 1st down run. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd down.
They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. And that means 4th down coming up.
So often in these short yardage defensive situations, Mike, you just have to sell out and play the tendencies. In this case, they knew a run was coming. They stop it short for no gain. Brings up 4th down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
So the offense dips into their RPO game, and the key for any defense defending it is everybody has to do their job. In this case, it's a give read, the running back gets the ball, and the defense makes a great stop on 4th down.
The Vikings offense and running back Devon Achane set to go to work once more. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after 1st down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. Greg and I will be right back after this. Now A-Chain. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. 3rd and long. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. On 3rd down, they'll go with A-Chain. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's the punter now. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Desperados offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
He keeps it himself. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down. Now, faking the give. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he's in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Desperados. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Desperados are on top. It's 14 to 10. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this 1st half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now a screen set up for A-Chain. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. That's a 2nd charge timeout for Minnesota, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. Jordan Love, a touchdown pass in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. George Pickens, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Josh Allen, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounced back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle to the tight end, Bellinger. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. On second down, Achane. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he'll run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
He'll look to throw. A short one there to Bellinger. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Back to throw. He's got a receiver. That's Woods. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Now a give to Achane, heading right, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. He'll drop to throw. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And There wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
That's a throw that's going to make them cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time around.
And that is incomplete.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have two defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Vikings are back within a point. It's 14-13.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Desperados offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Give him 18 yards on that one, and a 1st down. Throwing now on 1st and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
I think they saw something earlier in the game that showed some vulnerabilities in the deep defensive coverage. Then the execution, not only for the route runners to be in the right spot, but then for the quarterback to find his matchup, find the space in the breakdown of the coverage, and put that ball on target and lead to the big game.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
They'll motion a tight end right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Desperados.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Off-balance throw. It's complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run with a chance. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. A throw on the move is caught. They get 15 on that game. First down, Minnesota.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Receiver in motion, headed left. Quick throw, taken in, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Here's 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. His drive will start on the ground. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. 2nd down and 3. Sending a receiver right. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. His 11th grab of the game. And a first down. Putting the tight end in motion. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Still 2nd down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the Vikings 32-yard line.
They send the tight end in motion. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
Back to the air one more time. It is brought in the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Desperados. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now a screen set up for Achane. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a toss as they look to run, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st, so it'll bring up 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Desperados will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage.
Big opening up the middle. Through the middle of the field. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Vikings. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Desperados offense and their quarterback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is going to be caught by the rookie wideout. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A pass caught right side by Coleman. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain. And 4th down's coming up. The Desperados out and ready to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. So now this team's offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred.
Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. Throwing now on 3rd and long. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.